What is this? Probably a murder. Oh shit, this cop that pulled me over. What the fuck? That's the cop from the video when I got pulled over. The dude with the fucking 80 stash. He ain't see me, or he ain't recognize me, I don't think. Guys, the illustrator, we about to get ill. I ran into the cop that pulled me over. Y'all remember that video where I got pulled over by the NYPD? Please don't kill me, sir. Thank you. Crazy thing is I ran into him. I didn't run into him, but I passed him and I recognized him. Hella coincidental. I was thinking about that and it kind of made me think about a topic to vlog on. It made me think like about running from the cops in the city. You know, the whole shebang. Like, what's the benefits of it? What's the drawback? Should you do it? Should you not do it? When is the best time to do it? Have I done it? I mean, honestly, I guess I would just talk about my entire experience with cops in general. When I put that video out, the reason why, like in the little subtitles in the video, where I said, you know, I was thinking about running or like blah, 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 like, I guess I won't run, all of that, it's because I've been pulled over twice, and here's the thing, like both times were negative experiences. So I was going off the precedent of those two experiences, where it's like, okay, I don't necessarily want to deal with that again. But like I said I'll just take the moral route. The moral route paid off. But that's not really the focus of the video. Let me just go back in time and just talk about those two times that I got pulled over before. Now, the first time, that's the bullshit time. Like, there's really no sides with this. Because the way that it happened was just pretty much bullshit. See, what happened was, I was leaving my house, right? I was headed to school, actually. And as I'm pulling out, I pull up to the stop sign, and then I look back and I see a cop pulling up behind me. All right, cool, fine. So I stop at the stoplight. I didn't plan on running no stoplight or nothing, so I don't really care that there's a cop behind me. My plate is mounted correctly, like there's nothing wrong. I make the little turn, I wait till it's extra clear, I signal, I make the left, I get to this red light, I stop at the red light, cop is behind me, I wait for the green, I'll go. Then I make this turn, I make a left turn, because that's the turn that I have to make to get to the road that I need to be on. So I make that left turn, right? Of course, the cop follows me. Now, listen to this. The route that he took makes no sense from where he came from. That's the crazy thing. So he basically made that left, and basically he just ended up back where he came from. Like, he ended up back on a road where he could have stayed on, like wherever the fuck he was going. So at that point, I'm like, yo, they dead followed me. Like, this ain't where they was going. They just wanted to tell me, because they knew where I lived. That's the thing you gotta focus on here. They see me pull out of my house, so they could just trail my ass for however long they want till they get me, because I can't run. I mean, I'm on a 250, and you know, it's a little peppy. I mean, I'll run them on a straight line, but I mean, you see dudes out here are running them on 125s. Granted, they two strokes, but it's all about the maneuverability. That's what it's about. It ain't about the straight line speed. We ain't in Kansas or nothing. It's about getting around these cars right here. That's all it's about. But if I would've ran, they know where I live. They got my plates. They got everything. So if I run, I'm getting arrested. They're gonna show up at my crib, and it's over. So I mean, with that in mind, and also the fact that, you know, it's also my first time getting pulled over. You gotta remember that too. So like, I pull over immediately. Like, ain't no stalling it, ain't no consideration about running. Like, I'm gonna pull over, because honestly, I have no idea what the fuck I even did at that point. So it's like, I'm just gonna pull over and you know, see what's up. So they flash their lights. I immediately pull over. The officer jumps out the car, comes up to me, and he says, you're getting pulled over for failure to yield for a stop sign. I'm like, the stop sign just now? I stopped at that stop sign. Yeah, let me show you how I stopped. Because this was real petty the way he stopped me for this shit. So this is how I stopped, right? See, this is the stop sign. I went like that, and then kept going. Say this is me going off the stop sign. That's how I stopped. I didn't barrel through it. I didn't like slow down. I stopped, but the thing is, I didn't put my feet down. I didn't put my feet down and stay there for like 2 seconds. And here's the thing, that block is full visibility. So it is really no point to stop and then it's like, you know, stay there for a couple seconds. What you gotta do is take a look to the right. That's it. Look, one look to the right. You can see everything, you know, from half the block. Because it's basically just a lot where the corner is. There's no buildings on that corner. It's just a lot. It's like a lawn for a project. So, of course, you know, technicalities. You ain't stopped for long enough. Now let me get your license and registration. Give him my license and registration. I ain't argue. I ain't give him no lip. I ain't get buck with it. That was all. So he goes back to his car, and of course I get a ticket. Now, of course, I'm pissed. That's my first ticket. Well, that's not my first ticket. That's my first time getting pulled over and ticketed. I got ticketed by the camera before. The speed camera. Got a couple of those tickets. But, you know, this is a whole thing now. Like, I gotta go to court for this. I gotta go to court for next month. Because, of course, I plead not guilty to that bullshit. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but I guess I'll let y'all know. The second time is a little less, you know, I can't complain too much. And I actually have the footage for this one. But the hearing is in August. After that, that's when I'll release it. I admit that I have some wrong in that video. So like when I upload it, I'm not gonna really like force my opinion either way. Like it's really up to you. Like you basically decide how you feel. I'm not gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna make my case as to what I did and like, you know, all of that type of shit. But I'm not gonna like, oh, the cops are idiots, blah, 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 blah. Like, this one is a little less, this one is a little bit more gray, a little bit more nebulous. When the video comes out, you'll see what happens. Like, so look forward to that. I mean, I know it's pretty far away, but I don't want to run into any fucking trouble by putting it up now and the court hearing didn't happen yet. So I'm just gonna skip all of that bullshit and then just put it up. Here's the thing about running in the city. You got a lot of these crazy videos online where people are running, but they're running in like the Midwest or like California where you got all these long stretches of road. It's a little different. It's not the same as, you know, hitting 150 and then like you're gone and just lane splitting real quick. In the city, there's a lot more obstacles for the cops to get around. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they chase me down a one-way street and it's a red light, with a bunch of cars, you can't get those cars out the way fast enough to catch up to a bike. Take this street, for example. If I just show through those cars, cops are not going to really put too much effort to chase me. Because the thing about New York City is that the NYPD have an order not to really chase bikes. So I mean, you know, they can pull us over, they can do all that type of stuff. But once we run, especially in a residential area or like a metro area, they're not allowed to chase us. Like it's against their rules or their code of conduct. So, you know, of course, we know that. So you find all these videos where it's like, you see these packs of dirt bikes, you know, dudes on 2-stroke MX bikes, ATVs, all that type of shit. But the cops can't really do nothing about it. And if you travel in a pack, you stand less chance of getting, you know, singled out. Like you don't see in the summer when it gets warm. I'm gonna have footage of all that, because they pop out when it gets warm. I mean, I'll probably join up with them. I won't be doing nothing too crazy. So I mean, running in the city, that's a real dangerous proposition. Like you become a danger to yourself and the people around you. Sometimes you look on the news and you see like when those dudes on those bikes get out, headlines of them, you know, striking somebody. Because sometimes they like to ride on the sidewalk, and I don't really condone that. Like that crazy shit where you fucking with people's lives, that's a bit much. Like, you know what, have fun, I guess. Even though it's illegal, just don't be a fucking menace. But some dudes just get way too crazy with it. These fucking roads, man, it's terrible. I can't take my corners as tight as I want. There was only really one instance where I like hardcore ran from the police, and even then, it wasn't even like, you know, lights went on and I just took off. It really was kind of almost a repeat of the first situation I explained to y'all. Where the cop like got me for some petty shit off that stop sign. Basically what happened was, I a cop turned onto my street. He was at a stop sign, and so I went forward, and so he made a turn onto my street. Cool. I look back. He's on my street now, so I turned off the street because I don't really feel like dealing with no cops. And mind you, this is back on my Rebel, so this is before the YZF. So he turns onto my street. I turn off that street, and then I look back, and this dude turns off with me. And mind you, again, it's on a street that doesn't make any sense to turn off of. In correlation to where you just came from, it makes zero sense. So I'm like, fuck that. I just gun it. Kick off at the stop sign, make a couple zigzags. Zigzag turns, I mean, like not like zigzags in the street. Look at this shit. Somebody's gonna die. Move that out the way. Oh, never mind. This is my good deed for the day. Better there than in the street. Basically, I just made a couple turns at like high speed. They just lost them. I didn't even give him a chance to get around that corner and follow me and put on his lights. So I kind of worked off technicalities there. Like he wasn't chasing me yet. But I knew I had to get away because I wasn't trying to deal with some bullshit like that again. The other option was either pull over or just get the fuck out of there. Like that was it. Pull over so they don't get petty after they see me do something minor, or just gun it so they don't see me, period. Pick your poison. At the end of the day, I guess it just depends on the context. In flight, as a whole, the best option would be just to pull over and stop and just deal with the consequences. Regardless of how stupid they might be or how valid they might be. I mean, you could have done something wrong. The thing is, if you're gonna run, you have to weigh everything. Like, how close are you to home? How close are you to your job? Has the cop seen your license plate? Are you gonna park the bike anytime soon? Has the cop seen you time and time again? Like, you can't run from the cops on your everyday route. So you gotta consider everything, you know what I mean? I mean, do what you gotta do. Just don't hurt yourself or nobody else. If you get caught, well, you knew the consequences when you ran.